Nice to view you again. You know what I'm saying? How can I say new world, different things? For some, they may say the opposite. But for me, new world, new things. Okay? I feel great. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, y'all feel great for yourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about a couple of things that's going on out there in the world. You know, maybe you can seek some clarity from this. You know, and we're gonna keep the conversation on certain things that's going on in the world. We're gonna keep it there. You know, don't get me wrong. Later on, we can get into some some intelligence when it comes to like the technology of the body and all that. We can get into that, of course. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let the people come in as they come in. Hopefully, they come in, differently, or whatever the case may be. The reason why I say that is because every day is a new set, new reset in reality. If you catch what I mean, okay. So when you reset, things reset. You know what I'm saying? So still, you know, a thing with self. You know, so we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, we're gonna get into it. I got my orange juice. Need that definitely for sure. That's one thing I could talk about right now. Um, a lot of y'all see me like drinking orange juice, sipping on like certain green teas, certain stuff like that. The reason why that is because, um, how can I say, depending on where you stay, you know, what state of mind you were in or what state you were in, um, you have like colds, flus, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And when stuff like that come about, you want to make sure the immune system is built up. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you get your vitamin C. Make sure you get some vitamin D too. You know what I'm saying? If you can get you some vitamin D, get that as well. All right. Some of y'all people thinking about other things. Get your minds out together. All right. All right. Anyways, do what I do. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of things going on here in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Another high tech scene, another dream. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Some of the people said something. How y'all doing out there? Hopefully y'all doing great. Some of y'all speak a certain language that I don't understand just yet. So you know what I'm saying? I need to go take a class so I can understand what y'all saying. Some of y'all look like y'all from different lands. All I can do is do this. You understand this, right? All right. You understand body language. What's head? All right. All right. Thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. Thanks everybody for coming in here. Appreciate all that. All right. No, I thank y'all. For real. Y'all don't think I thank y'all? I be thanking y'all. Y'all move so quick, y'all don't get to thank you. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for coming in, the comments. Thank you for all that. You know what I'm saying? That's all love. I don't know what y'all saying, but it's all love, all right? I give you that. Y'all understand that? All right. All right. The live is getting to where it need to get at. Thank you everybody for coming in. I'm about to get into it though. So let's talk about it. right? I ain't gonna get all crazy. I know some of y'all like, come on, bro, you be spooking us out sometime. It's all right. But let's talk about some things, though. Usually I always talk about, the technology of the body all the time, right? We're gonna talk more about that. But let's just take a little deep dive of what's going on out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Let's not ignore what's going on. Let's just peep out there real quick. It's okay to peep outside real quick, pay attention to the environment, pay attention to what the people may be going through. Because everything that's around you, especially with people, they tell you a lot without even using this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how y'all doing? You like that? Thank you. But yeah, all I'm saying is like, it's okay to take notice of like other people. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of body language kind of tell you what's going on in your environment. You know what I'm saying? What I would say for the people is this. Y'all be making me laugh, so that's why I'm laughing, okay? And it's okay to laugh. Y'all should be laughing too. All right? I want y'all to laugh. Y'all should. This is what I would say for the people. Um, just know that a lot of y'all may not understand that consciously, all y'all being attacked consciously. For y'all to really like either crash out on yourselves or each other. And other people are watching. That's what I will say. All right? Y'all got your own decision. I ain't here to control nothing. Just here to give a message. That's it. But a lot of things that's on the TV, the internet, you may heard this message many a times. It's there to make y'all fight against yourself and each other. I will tell you, the colors don't mean anything no more. Like it don't. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in this message, what I'm getting to is like the disconnection that we have. You know what I mean? Like we move past each other like as if it's like normal, you know. And for me, I operate different in my reality. So it's like when I see somebody, I'm gonna say something to you anyway. You know what I mean? Because in my reality, I look at it like I could be you, but I want to choose to be myself. And when I choose to do that, right, I notice that when I communicate with people, that light that's in me, it kind of shine off on them based on how I operate with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a couple of days ago, I seen somebody and I was just like, let me try out being like, kind, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But being smart. You know what I'm saying? So went up to somebody, had a conversation with them, and when I started off, I'm like, yo, them some nice shoes that you got on. But who made them? But me giving them a compliment, right? It made the mind feel comfortable to have a conversation. So I realized like if you want to have a conversation with someone, right? It's okay to, how can I say, you know, come in a way as if you're helping. You know what I mean? You're not coming in a way to like hurt someone. You know what I mean? So it's like I realized with myself, just by giving them a compliment, it kind of changed the dynamic of their mind. You know what I mean? They mind, they may be going through something. But me walking by and like, yo, them some nice shoes. Who made them? And you see how the mind move? So the mind looking at this character like it's the only person that said this about my shoes. You know what I'm saying? He like them. He want to know who made them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, um, I feel like in a way that's kind of like building chemistry in a way, but in reality, you know what I mean? Like the things that you get to know about people, it become chemistry. It really do because it's like, okay, I know this about you, right? Now this is how it goes sometimes. I know you like these shoes, right? Now this the thing. Based on how the shoes are, usually when you pick your shoes, you usually pick your favorite color you want, right? So now I may say, them red shoes you got on, that's your favorite color, ain't it? They like, yeah. But they may say, how did you know? Because usually when people pick items or anything they wear, or maybe cars too, people always select their favorite color of what they want. So it's not really hard to even ask that question when the color is really already on them and you can already read them and you can know. So some people that ask me, they're like, yo, how do you know my favorite color? And I'm like, you got it on every day. You wore it like 3 times. I just remembered that you wore it 3 times, and that's how I know it's your favorite color. My favorite color red. I like red. I do. I like darkness too. I do. So when you catch me in that, you already know, like, oh, that's your favorite color. That is. That's what I operate in. You know what I'm saying? So you get to understand people when you allow them to show you what they really are. Like for me, I operate in a sense where it's like, okay, if I want to know somebody, should I like use my thoughts? And it's like, well, if you put your thoughts in front of somebody, how you getting to really know them? You paying attention to your thoughts. You ain't paying attention to the action, right? See? Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can. But doing that leads you into not knowing them. Because you're just trying to get to know your thoughts about them. That's not getting to know someone. You can do that. I'm not saying you can't, but you'll never know what someone is. You would just go based on your perception of what you think they are. But always remember, are your thoughts truthful or are your thoughts lies to yourself? Remember, your thoughts are in your mind first. So, if I walk in the store and I have, you know, what I have on, some people say, you have on devil horns, so you support the devil. But that's not true. Your perception is your thoughts, but your thoughts in reality are not truthful in reality. That's what you got to understand. So you have to ask me with an open mind, what do these mean to you? Then I will tell you what they are to me. That way you can be put in the know. Now, you can also not listen to me. You don't have to. You can bypass and you can keep your thoughts. But your thoughts are blocking you from knowing. I mean, I done it myself. That's how I know. I used to do the same thing. You can do it, but how much do you really know about them? Because this is what happens. Let's say you use your thoughts, right? And you say, oh, this person is this and this and this. And then some other people say, like, that's not what they is. I be around them all the time. They this. Now, pay attention. Your thoughts, you never had any life experiences with the person that's in front of you. But the people that's speaking up for this character, has life experiences to know. Life experiences come down to memories. Your memories with someone put you in the knowing. So, if you never experienced with that person, how do you know what they are? I mean, for myself, I, and I'm only speaking for myself, I can operate in a sense like this. This person is that person is this, and this person is that. Based on what? What I can see. You know, everything around you can be a delusion or an illusion. Someone would say he looked like he's going to rob something. Someone would say he does fashion. That's why he looked like that. Go ask people that hang around me. They'd be like, no, he do fashion. That's why he look like that. He don't look like the other people. He always look like something different. That's what they would say to you. But if you go based on your thoughts, you know that's a man, that's a black man with devil horns on, with some shades on. He look like a robber. But that's your thoughts. But your thoughts never played in reality. So how is that true? So for myself, what I realize is when you want to know someone or know anything in life, right? Let's keep it open. Let's pay attention to the action of what they're doing because their actions actually show who they really are. I'm gonna show you something. One time I was talking on the phone with a girl, right? And she said to me, she said, I said, look, girl, um, I want to see you soon. So you know what I mean? What's up? So she like, well, we got to build up some chemistry first. I'm like, chemistry? Mm, I'm feeling that. That's different. That's different. I'll go with that. But hold on, real quick. Before we do this, baby, right? I want you to be aware of something, okay? We never met each other in person. So we're not building up chemistry in reality. We will be building up chemistry over a phone. Pay attention to what she said. She said, before you see me, I want us to build up some chemistry. Great. But the chemistry that you want to build is over the phone. Do I approve to build chemistry through a machine? That's not in my reality. That's not in my orbit. So, what I had to do with the energy is push it back. That's not what I'm not into. It. Other people have preferences, and I have one too. Okay? Her preference is she want to build chemistry over the phone. Great. But in my reality, that doesn't work out for me. So I'm going to thumbs it down. I'm going to tell her kindly, hey, this wouldn't work out for me, okay? All right? Maybe you can do this with someone else. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the story went. She went back into her orbit. I'm in my orbit. I do what I do. Okay? Next scene. All right? All right. You got to pay attention to what you're getting yourself into. People will tell you, like, I want to build up something with you. Great. I'm all for that. Hell yeah. That's great. But at the same time, how we doing this? How we going to build up our relationship? We going to build it up through a phone? In my reality, that's fake. I'm I'm not sorry. That's how I look at it. If I get to touch your hand, right? We actually, you know, build up something in reality. Oh, that's real for me. We building shit up. Okay? But if we doing, you know, chemistry, not business. Business, you can use that for the phone. I get that. I'm talking about personal. You know what I'm saying? You get to know someone one on one. This may develop into, may blossom into a, maybe great family. I don't, I never seen something like that start off through the phone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining about it. That's just not my style. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for me, I'm out. But I had to understand something myself in that situation that I didn't know that, damn, I really won't build up chemistry through a phone when it comes to personal relationships. I even realized it with this family. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it like that is because the reason why I say it like that is because they don't act like they my family. So that's why I say it like that. You know what I'm saying? So feel me on that. Hopefully you can feel me on that. Like, you got family, but they don't act like it. They say I'm your niece, your nephew, I'm your uncle. Shit, I don't see the action behind it. I hear your words. I hear them loud and clear. But the actions ain't backing up with the words. So if it ain't backing up with the words, am I supposed to magic trick my mind and say you family? I'm just trying to figure out. Okay? I know that's a bit funny right there. Hopefully you can get some laughter out of that. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So, I realized for myself, even with family and personal relationships, yeah, we got to build up some chemistry in reality. I can't keep doing this over the phone. Don't get me wrong, we can use the phone like, yo, I'm about to meet up with you at such and such. All right, come on. At the sandbox, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But if we just sitting behind the phone like, yeah, I want us to do this and this and this, and none of the action ever come, then it look like you just a phone buddy. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't looking for phone buddies. I'm looking for reality action buddies. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had their own preference of how they build things up. A lot of people prefer to build things through, communications through like phones or electronic devices. Me personally, I'm just not into that because the reason why I say that, anyone can hide behind an electronic device and play as a certain character that they really not. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say reality is really like your weapon. It shows you like, nah, this is what they really are. They can't hide behind that phone no more. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to personal relationships, not business, but personal relationships that you starting to like build up now, be careful. Okay? A lot of people want to build relationships through the phone. All right? And you may want to pay attention to that because for me, we can communicate through the phone, right? Like, okay, yo, I'm free on this day. You know what I mean? I work on this day. I get it. I understand. But if we never meet up in reality, right? How is this real chemistry? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't operate in that field. Maybe other people do, but I just can't. It don't work out for me. I'm not the phone guy. I'm just not. Like, it just don't work out. I tried it. Like, it don't work for me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll show you something that's so real though. The reason why it doesn't work for me is because we all have to remember this. Um, they say we're all born, at a certain year, right? And what you have to understand with certain years is that, um, how can I say, to make this simple, um, certain lifestyles, right? were playing at those years. Okay, so just listen, just hear me out. Just imagine you got a little boy, right, where you don't have no electronic devices. This is like the 90s. You know, this early 90s. You know what I mean? It's early 90s. We don't really have no electronic devices in early 90s. Don't get me wrong, you got little beepers, little flip phones and stuff like that, but nobody not really using like the technology that we got now. Nobody had that right now. I mean, okay, it was okay. It was there, but you know how they try to roll it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But at the same time, pay attention. When you don't have those electronic devices out there, right? And I'm not blaming the phone. That's not my angle, okay? When you don't have that out there, guess what happens in the 90s? Everyone is dependent on they self to walk up to people, get to know people, and that's the way I learned how to get to know people in the 90s. So I'm only doing, what I naturally do as a kid. I'm like, okay, so we get to walk up to people, talk to them, have a great conversation, shoot, exchange some phone numbers, hey, get some business going, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I operate. But in 2025, they looking at it like, don't nobody do that shit no more. Motherfucker, you better get on the motherfucking phone and build up some chemistry through the phone, motherfucker. Like, yo, I'm not one of those kids. That shit don't work out for me. I'm not from your time frame. I'm in your time frame, but that don't mean I'm from it. You got that shit? No, I'm in your shit, but that don't mean I'm from your shit. You got that, right? All right. Just want you to understand that shit. You got many of your different time frames in here. Okay? You got ones that's from 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s. And we all operate differently. We like, yeah, baby, you want to build some chemistry? Listen to this. In 1990, you walk up to a woman, right? This hear me out. This is a scenario, okay? You walk up to someone, right? You say, yeah. You walk up to a lady. You like, yeah, you know what I mean, baby? I'm trying to build some chemistry with you. There's no Snapchat, sir. There's no Facebook, sir. There's none of that, sir. So you know what happens, sir? She's going to either tell you going to get this number or you're not getting this number. Easy connections. See, y'all should look at our game like, bro, you telling me it was that easy. Guess what you got to do now? You got to go through the back door, the front door, Snapchat, the back door, TikTok. Like, no, I'm not doing this, baby. I'm not doing this, okay? That's too much. I'm sorry. You ain't got a number? Like, no, I just got social media. Baby, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm sorry. You have yourself a nice one, all right? Those some nice heels, too, to let you know, all right? You stay all right. She looking at me like, you really not? I'm sorry. I don't operate in that field. I'm a different baby, you got it? You a different baby, too, okay? It's all right. You go play with them babies in your time frame. I'm looking for the babies in my time frame. That's what I'm looking for, okay? The reality babies, they like, hell no. I like you. You got a nice vibe. I'm rocking with it. What's your number? Yo, you want to meet up? Yeah, meet me at such and such. All right. And then they go into play. That's what we was doing in the 90s. This thing that they got going on in 2025, I'm kind of looking at this thing like, what's going on here? What's going on? Oh, we play behind the phone. You play behind the phone? Yeah. Where's that gonna get us at? Oh, we just gonna keep playing in the phone and we're gonna build a chemistry. Hell no, we ain't. Come on, ancestors, come on. I ain't got time for this stuff. Uh-uh. We gonna build up chemistry when it comes towards personal relationships. That comes down to reality. Okay? Anyone can hide behind the phone, right? And when they hide behind that phone, guess what they're doing? They're screwing your mind. They're telling you, I'm this, I'm that, and blase, and blase this. Whereas if it's all that, right, then show me in reality that you that. Show me. I want to know. Just show me in reality. Then they don't come in reality. It lets you know everything that was in that phone was a lie. Do you understand? Okay. So you gotta build that up. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Thank you. They asked me, "How are you doing, brother?" I'm doing great. Them some kind words, ain't that? That is some kind words. Uh, See, I like my day balance. I had some arguments with people today, and then I had some people say some kind words today. I love it all. Yes. They like, what? Yeah, I love it all, baby. I know I'm getting more mature, y'all. I know it sounds crazy right now. You understand? I'm growing though. Yeah. I know back in time, what I used to say, y'all, I used to be like, yeah, I'm getting sick of these motherfuckers doing this dumb shit. Always bothering me. I don't be saying that shit no more. I'd be like, come on, come on, come on, hurry up. They'd be like, I'm about to do some dumb shit. It's okay. Come on, hurry up. I'm gonna learn something from it. All right, I just learned something from that. There you go. Now go ahead. The other one come around and be like, I just want to do something great. It's all good. Go ahead, do your shit. Oh shit, I just learned something from that too. Thank y'all. Man, I don't know the bad. I don't know the people that play like they say they bad, right? They be looking at me kind of strange. They be like, why you not arguing with us no more? I be like, cause I can't. I just don't have the energy. I'm sorry. I used to. I did, but now I don't have it. I don't. I don't. I really don't. I'm gonna tell y'all something that recently happened to me, y'all. Okay, and y'all can state your opinions. You know what I'm saying? I can state whatever y'all want to say, but I'm gonna tell y'all what recently happened. I've been laughing a lot. I've been laughing a whole lot. Okay, so a lot of things. I know y'all gonna be like, I'm gonna just tell y'all. Okay, so recently, right? I was at a what was I doing? I was having an experience as being a dishwasher, right? And don't get me wrong, I do this from time to time to get to know like people, different environments, how certain corporations operates. I really go in there for the experience. Don't get me wrong, the money gonna come, that's great, but I'm starting to phase into this consciousness where I'm just like I just enjoy experiences, okay? So I'm not for myself. I'm not really attached to money. Don't get me wrong. I like money. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but I ain't attached to it. I just became a little bit more mature. That's all. So what ended up happening one day was I went to this arena. Now this arena basically they do like concerts. They do like not just concerts. They do what else? What is that sport called? Is that hockey? Yeah, they do hockey in there too. The team that they call it is the Americans. This is in Rochester, New York. So, I went inside of there and they was like, we got a dishwasher position. So I'm like, you know what, let me just take it and see how the experience go. You know what I'm saying? So I took it, right? Now I was there for 2 days, right? And they was like, yo, you really fast. Thank you for coming in on time. You really dependable. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for telling me that. I'm like, pretty much they telling me things that myself be telling me. Thank you. You know what I mean? I like hearing stuff like that. So I would say like the third day I came in there, it was a Puerto Rican guy in there. And days before that, I complimented him on his coat. He had like a long, like nice, like trench coat. I kind of like those coats, and it was kind of like sandish, like tan looking. I'm like, that thing hit right. I like that. So I complimented him on his coat. You know what I mean? Like that's a nice coat you got. I'm like, where you get that from? Like Macy's? He like, nah, I got this from from somewhere that I don't remember, but he got it from somewhere. And I was like, that's a nice coat. You know what I mean? It looked like it keep you warm in the winter. He was like, thank you. So that was the same guy I gave a compliment to, right? Now, this is the same guy that worked in the kitchen with me. He's a cook. I'm just a dishwasher. Okay? All right. Now, this is what happened. What happened was I come in, one of the supervisors told me, hey, look, could you take your break at 8:30 because the next dishwasher that's with you, he about to leave at 9. So I'm like, okay, it's all good. I got you. So I took my break at 8:30, right? I come back at 8:55, right? I'm sitting at the sink. Now, the reason why I'm sitting at the sink, I'm 5 minutes early from my break, right? Okay, pay attention to the setup, okay? I'm 5 minutes right early from my break, so I'm still on break. So I'm sitting in the kitchen by the sink. I'm looking at the lady. Now it's this lady, this Hispanic lady, with colorful hair, and she had some glasses on. She was scraping out certain dishes that had meats inside the garbage can. Now this is my third day. I don't have a lot of experience, so I'm watching how people do certain things. That way I can know. When I watch things in reality, I actually get to learn what they are. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I learn. I'm a visual learner. That's how I learn. You know what I'm saying? Listening to that shit, it don't hit right. But watching it, it hit better. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I operate. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, what ended up happening was, she throwing everything out, and she was throwing things in the garbage can. So I'm like, okay, this stuff going in the garbage can. I can't put this stuff inside the garbage disposal because I don't want to fuck up the garbage disposal. You know what I'm saying? Without the garbage disposal, we can't wash no dishes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just peeping out just to be careful. That's it. Now, the Hispanic guy that I was talking about, Puerto Rican dude, right, that with the coat, he comes around the counter, he comes around and he comes into the dishwashing area to the other Puerto Rican lady. He like, yeah, what are you doing? He was like, stop doing that. So I'm looking at him like, damn, why are you yelling at her like that? Damn. But the whole day, he had a frown on his face the whole day. He did. I ain't gonna lie. He did. So I'm like, damn. So I kind of like, came around the counter. I'm like, yo, bro, you okay? Bro, I'm asking him, is he okay, bro? I'm not asking him like, nigga, what's up? I ain't doing that. I'm like, yo, bro, you okay? Like, just genuine. Like, are you okay? You know what happened after I said that? Guess what happened? He decided, oh, nigga, what's up, nigga? This, that, and the third, nigga, what's up? What's happening with your shit? I'm like, I don't, ancestors, I don't need this shit right now. Come on, I don't need this. Come on, I'm enjoying my experiences. I'm enjoying the money coming. I'm enjoying the lady throw the stuff in the garbage can. Come on, man. Not like this. So I said, okay, this how you gonna do it today, though. I'm gonna show you. I'm like, all right, what should I do in this situation? It's usually put your hands up, beat the fuck out this motherfucker, right? I know. That's easy to do. Why we can't do that? Because you learning something different about yourself, bro. Like, okay. So this is self-check, all right? This is self-check. So I had to operate differently in that manner because I had to realize we're not on the streets, we're not in the back alley. You are at a job. You can put your hands on him first, right? And guess what's going to happen? They're going to call the cops. You going to jail. Not only you going to jail, you're going to lose your motherfucking job. There you go. Setups. Now, that's what I know. What move should I make? That way, whatever energy he trying to project onto me, right, won't cause really a scene on me. So this what happened. Remember what I told you he was doing. He was like, yeah, fuck you. This, that, and the third. You know what I mean? You want to fight? What's up? So he was taking off his shirt, right? So that's when I back back. I back back. I'm looking at the dude. That's the second supervisor. I'm like, excuse me, sir. You see what he doing? He taking off his shirt. He's arguing. He's being belligerent. Y'all not gonna do nothing, sir? Now this is different. Usually I do not handle nothing like this, bro. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm like, all right, let me just handle this shit like this. So I'm like, okay. So the other cook told the Puerto Rican dude, yo, stop doing what you doing. So now I'm looking at what I just did. I'm like, hold on. So I just got him to stop doing what he doing? Oh, shit. I got more ammunition in the game. Thank you for showing me that setup. I didn't even know I had that. I got that? I'm about to use this shit now. Guess what I did? The victim card. Walked out of there. I'm like, yeah, this is how these people treat me like this all the time. They always being disrespectful and stuff like that. They like, sir, we're so sorry. Playing the game, baby. Playing the game. Guess what happened? The main cook come in, right? I didn't even see him. He come in, he fired dude. Setups. Huh? He fired that boy. The only reason I'm calling the boy based on the actions. Now, guess what happens? The police get called. Guess what happens? Mr. Alexis, that's his name, Alexis Santiago. Guess what? Whole warrant for his arrest. Setups. What you gonna say? What you gonna say? What you gonna say? He lost everything, and I still got everything. You gotta operate in the game different. You can't keep bringing that east side, west side shit to the corporate world. You're gonna lose everything. And that's what I learned. That's what I learned with myself. Just by going through that. It ain't have nothing to do with him. Myself. I didn't know I can do that. But when I operated as myself, I realized I could change the whole dynamic of the game by backing off and then showing another person, yo, look at what they're doing. And then that person like, oh, stop doing what you're doing. This, that, and the third. And they working for me. So why I gotta do anything to you? I'm having fun, y'all. That's all I can say. And if you can peep the game that I just gave you, use them gems. That was for the free. This bro right here. Y'all gonna see him in a minute. This bro. What's happening, bro? We on live right now. You said what? Yeah, I got you on speaker, bro. What's up with it? That's bro. That's bro Z. You know what I'm saying? Bro Y, bro Z. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out soon. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna look. Everybody that's on YouTube, I'm gonna get back to y'all in a minute. I gotta talk to bro, right? This live was great. The energy was great. All I can say is stay high tech out here in these streets. Don't let the low techs possess your mind and you end up crashing out on yourself. That's all I can say, all right? With that being said, love. We out. Love, you know what I'm saying? We sound like two